my nana actually used to say that she loved hearing me play that. And she said that my hand looked like a spider moving on the
That was an amazing night for me. I thought like the mess up made it so much more worth it
I
because
wish
that
I
was
remembered
amazing.
what that
Well,
was.
you can look at my YouTube. I have it recorded.
Do you really? I'm about to have an official
It was the band. It wasn't the band. It wasn't the band. It wasn't you. You don't have to.
Oh no, hey, trust me, I make enough mistakes. I just wish I remembered what it was. But what I was gonna say is, I'm about to have an official YouTube channel, so there will be some little things that you guys have posted, like videos that I made
Like tonight?
that I think that are really great, but that represent what I'm doing, and that are pretty good sound-wise and things like that. And if so, I'm gonna reach out to y'all. And if it's okay, I'll put them
I've got a bunch.
on my channel.
Margarita.
Or I don't know how that works, like maybe it's like a link to yours or yours or whatever, but it would be under my official.
That's cool.
So,
That's awesome.
Do you
just so
remember
know.
your almost last concert at I think it was the last concert at Elmhurst?
I don't.
And the whole crowd started singing "Don't Stop Believing" to you.
I don't remember that.
It was the second to last Elmhurst College. It was, in fact, another band canceled that was pretty big. I forget their name, and he got to play the whole night. Me and Beth went. Nobody else went.
barely remember that.
Oh, that's why that mule.
Tonight,
It was okay.
the
wait,
5-year
for this.
anniversary of Bull Ride Mania. Remember Bull Ride
Oh,
Mania
yeah.
in Harrisburg?
You're the only reason I'd ever go to a rodeo.
Oh my god. And it was like we all stood in the mud, like in the bull ride.
Oh
and
my
your
God.
allergies were terrible. And it was the night after Dino's son was born.
Yeah.
Because that was like he had posted that. I was like, that's right. It was
I
like
do
5
remember
years
that.
ago. Bull Ride Mania.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
can forget Bull Ride Mania.
Yep.
Well, I play Bull Ride Mania all the
Facebook
time.
reminded me this morning. There we are, standing in the dirt.
In the shit pit.
Yes.
I was trying to be nice about it.
We had to run through all the shit to get up front.
Allergies were so like the whole show. You were just and there were.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
There have been some. I've never ever. I don't think ever canceled the show due to being sick. I've just played through it. You know. but-
I remember up in Akron, you were like sick. You had to leave the stage. You
Oh, I got. Yeah, I threw up like right in the middle of the set.
came right back
Let's
on.
bring back some more memories.
You know what? I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody ever knew this, but this is like a weird thing, but I lived right on the river right after the flood, and when I moved into town, it was like right after the flood, and so the ticks and the fleas and everything was just like crazy, and my backyard was like literally right on the river, and I got bit by a tick and got Rocky Mountain spotted fever. And the show that I played, I think it was the second time at Billy Bob's. That whole tour, about a month. The Apex.
Tour.
We like how you rock.
Oh. Kelly says that when I introduce myself, that I say Casey. Casey. Just
say tour.
Tour?
Tour.
You guys say tour.
We say tour.
Like you're spitting it out. Tour. But that whole space of time, I was super ill, and I think like the maximum that I was like really sick was I went to the hospital the next day. It was the Billy Bob's thing. Yeah. Well, 3 times I went to the hospital while I was on tour, and I
Idol, yeah.
You went to the hospital too.
Yep,
Yeah.
before, but that one was like crazy because right before my doctor came in, like gave me like 5 shots, like steroids and antibiotics and vitamins and painkillers, all this stuff, and then like I couldn't breathe, and like on Idols, there was a couple of times where my face was just like swollen, and can't breathe, and I was just like, I guess from the medicine and just from being sick, I was like drenched in sweat, and I felt like I was just gonna pass out the whole time. A couple of times when I was singing, I'd have to back away and stop because, like, when you go to pass out, I'm going, oh no, I'm on stage. This is not good. But
Show must go on.
yeah, but I've never ever canceled a show due to being ill. Knock on.
It's neat to know if you remember this. Bum, bum, ba, dum.
Yes. Oh, those were awesome.
They like
Remember that bench pressing you?
Yeah.
Who did? It was doing that.
Mike. Nobody else could have. It was Aaron. It was Aaron.
Those were so funny.
Do what?
I took my daughter to
Overall?
see Aaron. Yeah.
Feeling good? What's he?
Well, this was like a year after, like right after that season, and my daughter loved seeing him, and he was doing
He's
good.
a
He was out here in Pennsylvania
he's a
somewhere.
sweetheart. Well,
Yeah.
he's kind of. I think he's from here,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yep.
He's
So
such
that
a
was
sweetheart.
fun.
I don't know if he's still in town. I got to go together with him one time, and his sister or somebody writes, and she's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, here I'll play a song.
All right.
But now there's so much buildup. I'm gonna play yours, but I've got something in my head and I can't. Let's see. Oh. This is Kelly's favorite. We'll see if you guys like it. And I don't know. I may have done this. I mean, some of you may have heard it, but I've never played it. I'm probably gonna do. All right, if everything goes well, next year I will make an acoustic record.
Oh,
Nice.
And it'll be. That's the kind of response I was looking for, everyone.
Yeah.
Need some money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to keep. That's the thing is I don't want to do that again, and so if everything goes well, I'll never have to do that again, and so put a little aside to make this thing because the cheapest you can really do it is like $15,000, and that's bare bones. But that's what it needs to be. I want stand-up bass, drums with like brushes, like a snare, kick, ride, and then steel guitar, like pedal steel. And me on acoustic, and that's it.
We're down.
And
Yeah,
it would be
there's my
awesome
checkbook.
because I'm gonna do all this like do y'all remember if I do it in the right key is like
Yes. Never walk away.
You sang that.
Yes, he did.
that would be I'll play it. That will be on there. The one I'm about to play.
Show me a bridge.
Will be on there. Show me a bridge. Will be on
I
there.
blue sky.
Will
Light years.
Blue sky.
yeah, I mean, like y'all. What I'll do. This is honest truth.
Blue
I've
sky
got
is
probably about
polar.
10 that I really, really want to put on there. And then what I'll do is I'll literally open it up and like maybe have everybody vote and pick a couple. Like do something fun like that where it's like maybe list. Have you guys throw out a few songs that you like. I'll put them up on the website and make a little poll. And whatever gets the most, you know.
Oh, that's nice including us.
Yeah. Well, you're the ones that are gonna buy it, so. But so that's the idea. So this song will go on there, and this is actually like one of the few songs, and I don't know if, I mean, actually, Never Walk Away does this a little bit, but not quite as much. Like when I play the song, I get the sense that I'm like sitting in the woods playing this, song, and there's like birds chirping around me, and there's big trees, and maybe a campfire. Like that's the feeling that I get, and in the way that I wrote this song, I feel like I never write songs like this in the way that it like paints a picture. And maybe it does that just for me. I don't know, but I'll let y'all hear it. It's Kelly's favorite right now, and I don't even have really a name other than I call it Feel. You may have heard it just because somebody might have been streaming when I played it. I played it once or twice.
Casey, say hi to Jake.
Say again?
Say hi to Jake.
Jake? Okay.
Jake
Hi,
Phelps?
Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Jake Phelps?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi,
what's up, dude?
Can you show me? Because I don't think he's ever seen me. Hi.
Let's see. And then I want to let you guys hear it. Do you have like a little speaker or something like?
Bluetooth one, yeah.
Okay, wait. You don't gotta get it now. But after this, I want y'all to hear
It's over there, I think.
a little demo that I did of Never Walk Away. It was like midnight, and I was at a studio just rehearsing, and I said, "Hey, cut tape on this," and they did, and my vocals are super rough because I was trying to lead everybody at the same time, but the vibe of it is really cool. I'll play a banjo through an amp with delay and reverb, and it's just really cool. But
You play banjo too?
I'll let you hear that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Yes,
barely.
you do.
I love banjo. He can do anything.
Sunrise black coffee, warm in a cup. Storm on the wind, chimes won't give up. Dancing and singing, swinging along with the pipes. Redbirds and bluebirds, robins and the jays, all the backyard poets, they got something to say. Cedars and feeders, perfect meter and rhyme. There ain't one thing I can buy that I need. I know the best things are free. And all that I want is the air that I breathe. Feels like the world's standing still. Don't think, just feel. Wildflowers waking out in the field, waiting for a fog to roll down the hill, blowing and flowing, rolling as it passes through. There ain't one thing I can buy that I need. I know best things are free. And all that I want is the air that I breathe. Feels like the world's standing still. Don't think, just feel. There ain't one thing I can buy that I need. I know the best things are free. All that I want is the air that I breathe. Feels like the world stands still. There ain't one thing I can buy that I need. I know best things are free. And all that I want is the air that I breathe. Feels like the world standing still. Don't think, just feel.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Absolutely beautiful.
Like,
Beautiful.
My new thing.
Yeah, I really love it. I mean, it doesn't. It wouldn't be a song that you can do at a, at a venue because people will be like, "What's it doing?"
yes, you could.
City one.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good one. Like in the, maybe in the middle of the show with that one. But
That was some good stuff. Did you
But-
you wrote that?
but there'll be
Good.
I'm also trying to do like like a winery tour. Where we're just
That
doing,
makes I had
where it would just be
We have a lot of those in Maryland.
have a glass of wine. like a sit down type of a thing, you know,
Nice.
where I can do.
Chill.
Yes, and
There's a lot of wineries
I won't
that
do
have-
it.
Love going to wineries.
Absolutely, and I can do it very minimally in terms of sound. Do a smaller, more intimate show where it's like max of 100 people, and but what I'm not going to do that until I have a record to kind of tour with it. You know, because I won't do anything with that record other than just. That's why. I mean, for me, it's going to be making that just to make it. You know, to have them down. You know, because I love them and I want them to be. I want them to exist other than in my brain. You know?
Yeah.
And when I do that, there won't be any promotion of it. Like, it's not gonna go. I mean, I might take a song to like Sirius XM and on like the Loft or whatever, you know, something like that. But there's not gonna be a ton of like. I'll never make my money back on it. Is what I'm trying to say, unless I do like a tour to support it. And that's the way I would do it. So that won't happen until the other happens. But that'll be neat because then I can do it kind of almost like this. I mean, less hanging, you know, but more of a kickback acoustic type vibe.
Is it alright if I send you a suggestion for a winery in Canton, Ohio?
Of course.